Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, April 15th, 2025, and I'm doing another read for you. Thank you for being here. I am truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. If you haven't done so already, consider joining the channel, please, and subscribe. I'd be truly grateful if you do. And I'm grateful to each and every one of you who have. Thank you so very much for supporting me. If you like the video, please like. I truly would appreciate that as well. I love you guys. I hope you're going to have a good evening. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about at this hour, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective, please? Thank you. Oof, bad karma, overarching energy. Well, it does catch up with each and every one of us eventually. The dodging bullets. So they're trying to dodge some bullets, you or someone else, or you have dodged some bullets and now somebody's getting the karma. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and protected by haters or from haters. Somebody wants you back. They're a thief, though, okay? Robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. They have love on the brain, so maybe they're romanticizing their comeback. Okay? Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic because they're bankrupt. Morally, physically, financially, and spiritually. They lost their car. They can't move forward in life. No car, repo, car issues. Somebody's dirt digging here, okay? Looking for dirt on you or vice versa. You got the dirt on this person. They caught a case. Wow. They're trying to, maybe they claimed you gave them an STD and you didn't, and they're forcing a narrative. This is something that's very forceful, so be careful. Forces things on you, forces the way in, uses force to get what they want. Now, okay, thank you, Spirit. For a few of you, it has nothing to do with an STD, but they caught a case in terms of legalities, okay? Maybe they used some sort of force against somebody, got physical, and they're in trouble. They got a bad reputation, or they tried to give you a bad reputation. Now they're broke, and now they want to come back, right? Maybe you tried to make it, they left you broke. Who knows? They're trying to get back into your energy. There's a dirty offer coming towards you. They've been stalking you, watching, and obsessed. They're a happiness hater. They made a lot of lies. They have no facts here. Never has the facts and makes shit up. Somebody that marries for money or claimed you did. Somebody was, they married somebody that married them for money. Somebody trying to impersonate you. They want you to give them money. They're surrounded by karmic friends, or maybe they're dealing with some sort of karmic friends you had in the past. Somebody's on the run here. They want to run back to you, or they want you running back to them because you're a king or queen rising. And they're experiencing scarcity tactics, and they're creeping on you. Okay? So most likely has something to do with the first two reads. Maybe, maybe not. Only you know. Okay? Take what applies only. Do not try to make it fit. If you're not aware of what's going on, it's not part of your story, leave it alone, please. It's not recommended that you take it on. So we have bad karma here. They're trying to slug up their karma onto you, pass it on to you. Weasels. Yeah, obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, and concealing. They have a lot. They're trying to hide stuff still and yet again. Nourish. You nourish their soul, I just heard. Self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. So they need you. They need your energy. They need you to fix what's wrong in their life. Kiss their boo-boos better. In essence, take on their karma. Bail them out. Cloudy judgment. Or they're trying to cloud your judgment. The illusions unbalanced and distorted. It's caused a lot of conflict here. Clashing differences, incompatibility. They're getting karma. Can't make this up. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Maybe they're sending you love and lust spells and come to me spells. They're longing, though. What's the like to want, right? Craving, aching, and wanting. It's over. Finality. Farewells. Leave behind and closure. They're hoping, though. They're expecting faith and manifesting. So you're manifesting something new. You have a great deal of faith. You have a hopeful future here. And they're feeling conflicted about this. They want you to feel conflicted. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. You have an open heart. They're hoping that you still have an open heart where they're concerned. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. So they can return. There we go. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. Can't tell you what to do, but follow your heart. Follow your heart when it comes to something like this, okay? Bad karma, obscurity. There's a moon there, so they could have been doing magic on you. There's lots of lies and illusions, that's for sure. You love yourself. Self-love, loving you, taking back control, finally being happy. And they can't handle that. Sounds like a happiness hater. Avoidance. In hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. You may be avoiding this person, I don't know. Or they've avoided confronting you or avoided their problems, and now it's too much to handle. They have to do something. They want to reconcile. Harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. Opposites attract. Lessons, not your usual type, different spiritual beliefs. So they could believe in old Shinky and you believe in God. Or they don't believe at all, I don't know. But avoidance could also indicate, this could be spirit saying avoid whatever they try, okay? They want to try to reconcile. There's too many differences. You will be learning harsher lessons this time, okay? Fighting. Trust issues, one-sided and detached. It's all one-sided, okay? The minute they get what they want from you, they're going to detach from you and leave you with even more bigger trust issues than before. Broken mirrors, addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. I can't tell you what to do, but Spirit's telling you. They want to pop up on you. It's in keeping with the last two. Visit, surprise, reaching out in person. They're very toxic, okay? Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, and wrong crowd. They did do spiritual attacks against you. Karma, divine intervention, facing their demons. It is what it is, okay? They could have accused you of doing the spiritual attacks, and it was them all along on their people, on whomever they're around, or they were hired by your family as a love bomber to take you out through spiritual attack and giving you an STD or physically. Whatever you choose to do, I'm okay with. Here's an offer you can't refuse. You know what I mean? Having to do with a large sum of money. Bad karma, obscurity, and self-love. They didn't. Where did that come from? Where did this self-love come from? We can always take them for a ride before. They were a people pleaser before. Where the fuck did this come from? These boundaries. Well, it comes from self-love. Bad karma, obscurity, and self-love. Where are we going with this? Thank you, Spirit. Signs, 11. 11 is justice and tarot. Meanings, repeated numbers, and synchronicities. So watch for the signs. Your Spirit is giving you tons of signs, okay? Lots of signs. So moving. Boxed up, environment change, and empty shell. So somebody's got to move. I keep picking up something to do with mortgage fraud or business fraud. Okay, they got to move out. They're losing a home. Their stability. It could even be rental fraud. I don't know, but maybe you're moving too. Or keep it moving, okay? They want to come. This could be a homosexual as well, or they've been doing this in the past a little while since you left them because they have no stability. They were going from person to person. The dating sites could be a romance scammer. That's where they got this person, your family, hooking up, seeing someone, one-night stands. So that's how they've been supporting themselves lately. Ravenous. They have a sex addiction or something. Uncontrollable desires, appetite for sex, insatiable hunger for pleasure. Somebody's observing here. Being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you and obsessed with you. They could be doing sex magic. They could be doing all kinds of things. Okay? This is just nothing but a clown. Degrading appearances, shame, and humiliation. Or they want to make you look like a clown. Now they look like the clown. Okay? For whatever they've done to you. Maybe they're watching you, stalking you to see if you are dating anybody else. Because in one of the reads, it sounded like you might be going towards a higher level soulmate connection. And that, I know this, in the last reads, it's narcissistic, okay? A narcissist can't abide by that. You being happy and you finding love and you doing better than them. So, take it for whatever it is. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it alone, okay? Thank you, Spirit. So we have bad karma, obscurity, self-love, and signs. So they wanted you to fade away into obscurity, into the nothingness, as if you didn't exist at all. That would have pleased them to no end, right? And they really tried to do this. They tried to bury you under all kinds of shit, right? But you're back. Better than ever. Bad karma, obscurity, self-love, and signs. And this looks bad on them. Maybe they claim they did take you out to these people, to your family, whomever that set them up for this. And they're going, no, this person's still alive, still kicking, still doing well. What the fuck? They really maybe tried to make you look like a drug addict, a whore. I don't know. For everybody, it's a little bit different. So only take what applies. Male or female, okay? Place the genders where it applies to, okay? It could be either or. What's the message, please, Spirit? Thank you. People are false witness. They took a huge gamble and they lost. They're in heavy-duty debt. They don't know where they're going to come up with a payment. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and very disrespectful. No new beginnings, no practical approach. Didn't want to learn their lessons. They still don't. Could have lost a child or children. They're very infantile and immature. It's bad financial news. Maybe they tried to put you into debt. Maybe this is credit fraud as well. Devil energy, that's the overarching energy. Very toxic and karmic. Bound to the devil. They try to bind you. It could be satanic family because this looks like a family or a group. Wanting power and control. Could be a contract as well, or taxes. Okay? Yeah. Doing spell work. This is a love bomber. They don't want you having friendship, love, and or support. Now they're not being supported here by their satanic cult or family or whatever. They're bound. They were having casual hookups everywhere. They claimed you did, that you were in toxic energy, addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. Very insincere. They want to come back towards you, right? But they don't mean you well. Wearing a mask. No follow through with their promises. Okay? None whatsoever. So whatever comes out of their mouth is always a lie. 10 of Wands. They got a lot of burdens on their back here, okay? It's getting too heavy. They have a point to prove. A lot of responsibilities. 7 of Cups. All that glitters isn't gold, right? Running out of options. They don't have a choice. It was all illusions. Maybe they have a bevy of people, options, and they have to drop the options now. They're going to have to drop the options. They don't have options here. They want you low vibing, okay? They want you to bring your guard down. Or they let their guard down. Somebody's getting let go, or they have to release this, or they're getting released. They have to give up. They're angry. Now you're getting justice. Congratulations. They could have sicked a whole whack of people up against you. Started a crusade against you. You're getting your justice. Congratulations. The truth has already been spoken. It's already known. The sword is up in the air, as you can see. That means somebody spoke the truth, you or someone else. It's out there for everyone to know, and everybody's angry. Any a collaboration, false contract, or a third-party situation. Somebody's lazy to want to put the work in and very disrespectful. They can't get any help, maybe. Somebody went rogue and did things without consulting the group. Yeah, a lot of secrets here, okay? No, you're collaborating. You could be a high priest or high priestess, or you're watching tarot for sure. You're here, and or you do tarot, but you're highly intuitive and very, very wise. There's a lot of secrecy. You're not speaking to them. You have a direct connection with Source. You don't say much, but you know. There's a deep knowing within you, right? Wise counsel here. Yeah, the mob's turned on them. Because they're secret keeping, or they're dealing with the mob. You know, organized crime. Truth and clarity, they're being exposed. This is illumination. Congratulations, it's the truth. It's healing. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You're stable and secure, male or female. Queen of Pentacles. You know your value and your worth. You know you have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. Down to earth. You're grounded. You're creative. You're a nurturer. You're a healer. You make other people look good, right? You're hardworking, multifaceted. Yeah, and they lied about you, or you're not speaking to this person. There's been no communication. So now you see you're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and you're stable and secure. They know that people have been lying about you. They were trying to pass you off as unstable, insecure, all kinds of things. So the mob's turning on them, possibly. A group of people they got after you, and or this is actual organized crime, or both. Take it for whatever this is. A lot of secret keeping here. Okay? Somebody could be singing as well. Maybe they're talking to the police. Maybe I'm not going to cooperate with the police. They got busted or something. Yeah. They can't. They know they have no way out other than talking to the police, or else the mob's going to turn on them. I don't know. It has something to do with the past. Could be happening now. You're innocent. Somebody wants to come and give you your flowers. They want to reconcile with you. This is a man-child. It could be a woman-child as well. Just place the genders where it belongs. It could be children or family. Somebody's having nostalgic memories of you, or they want you to be thinking of them nostalgically. You could be a mother and a child here. Yeah, wish fulfillment. You are a wish fulfillment. You could be out in the public eye. You're divinely protected. You're in your north node. You have divinity. This is divine intervention. I heard the wrath of God. You're very balanced. You're a healer. You're inspirational. Your wishes are being granted. Your prayers have been heard. And you have a great deal of faith. Yeah, walking away. So somebody wants to be able to walk away. Maybe at one point you were being protected and you walked away from the past. Okay? Because somebody was willing to do anything to get what they want. A warlock or break the law. This was corruption. A crooked judge or leader. Okay? Something to do with a divorce or separation when you separated from this person. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Okay, you walked away scot-free. They were too busy canoodling with others, maybe. They didn't pay attention and you got away before they could stop you. That's too many. There was no emotional happiness, no more emotional stability where you were before. You knew that they weren't in it emotionally. They were elsewhere. They might have been with you physically, but they weren't emotionally there. They were withdrawn. So you withdrew. You took your cues and you left. Okay? You did it gracefully. See how this person's diving gracefully? It's like a graceful pose. It was a perfect exit. Yeah, betrayal. They betrayed you, or they felt betrayed because you left. That's just too bad. Well, you left because they stuck all these knives in your back, and everybody was laughing at you. They knew what was going on. This is a lot of conflict, competition, drama, jealousy, right? A bunch of people were involved, 501s. Creating chaos in your world. So you're standing in your power. You went your own way. You're very confident and bold. You're unafraid. You're divinely protected too. You're a leader. You're charming. You're independent. You can go your own way. You're not afraid. You're the director of your own life. Could be that a bunch of people were trying to compete against you. You went your own way. You're divinely protected. You're a leader. You're very confident. Stop talking to these people. Because you know they were trying to steal from you or defraud you. Two Pentacles in reverse. Or they breadcrumbed you. They treated you horribly, so why wouldn't you move on? You're looking towards the future, not the past. You're not looking behind you, right? And Spirit, I'm looking at this as Spirit with the black cat here. They were supporting you. Congratulations. Yeah, they're parting ways, and they were grieving and regretting. They wanted to take you off your pedestal, or they got knocked off their pedestal. They didn't have a leg to stand on after that. You ripped the carpet out from underneath them, took the legs out from underneath them. They're grieving and regretting. You were disappointed in this fool. Yeah, because you're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You're free. Okay, you're minding your own business. You could be a business owner. You don't have to be. Okay. They're grieving and regretting because you were their source of stability, maybe. Yeah. Oopsie. You're moving on. You moved on up. You look back, you went, nah. This person looks down on me all the time, and I'm the one that's there bailing them out every time they fuck up. I've been true to them. I've been good to them, and they treat me like a piece of shit. Goodbye. Their whole world imploded after you left, and you're stable and secure. Yeah. Somebody's emotionally manipulative. They could have called you a bad mother if you have shared children with them, and or this could be somebody else in the equation, or you were sad, or they're sad, male or female. Somebody's emotionally manipulative, okay? They blackmail emotionally. They're superficial, shallow, selfish, and cruel. Wow. Very cruel, very manipulative and deceptive. They don't care who they hurt. They have secret addictions. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're burdened here. Could be having nightmares. Maybe they need to drink to go to sleep. Yeah, 4 cups. Because you know your value and your worth. Somebody, they're thinking up at night, they're thinking that they still have an opportunity with you. They don't want you to ignore them anymore. They should not have ignored something about you in the past. They took you for granted. They were very disrespectful, and they took advantage of you. You hurt their ego and their pride by letting them go. By letting them go so easily, I heard. And they held a grudge against you, right? This is embarrassing and disgraceful that you moved on without them, or somebody could be transitioning right now. They're getting some messaging here. If they had any ill will, harboring any ill will towards you or anything like that, maybe that they're getting bad news that they're transitioning, not doing well, and they want to, I don't know, maybe they're going to use that as pity so you can support them until they die, until after they die, pay for their funeral. Wow. You let it go. You know your value and worth. You know the truth here, okay? You knew the truth from the get-go, I heard. Yeah. Truth and clarity. They want to talk to you, though. To them, it's going to hurt their pride to tell you the truth or to talk to you. You have a new beginning. Their world is imploding. It's all upside down. They don't want to learn a lesson here. They keep repeating the same bad pattern of behavior, and they don't want to stop, okay? This is from a past life. You have to... This is a karmic soul tie from a past life that you didn't get to close out in the past. And that's why it's repeated in this lifetime. So you do close it out, okay? The world is imploding. This is unfinished business according to them. Somebody's in their fields and in their drinks, maybe drinking, inebriated somehow, some way. They want to come back. They don't want something to end. They're very malicious, ruthless, and cruel, emotionally manipulative, and emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They can be very dangerous here. Maybe you're speaking the truth online. They want you offline. I don't know. They don't want this getting out. How cruel they treated you. They're finding out they're not... Oh, it's bad news. No communication, bad news. They lied, they threw rocks and hid hands, and they felt entitled to. Drama starters, right? They lost a child. No talking. They're going to lose an investment. This was misappropriation of funds or fraud. They're losing everything here. They didn't want anybody investing in you. They didn't invest in you in the past. They invested elsewhere. This is, you get what you give with this card. End of the line. They can't go any further. They have to relocate. They're in their emotions right now. You showed them nothing but love. And you're not interested in talking to them or investing in them. Now, the wheels are spinning in their head. They're overthinking things. They're trying to make things grow in their life and nothing's growing. Maybe they stole your seeds, if you know what I'm saying, and trying to make it grow. They're your seeds, whether it's your money, your ideas, your work. It's all lies. Drama starters, they have no inspiration, they have no creativity. They need outside validation all the time. They're bored. They're dull all the time. They can't carry a conversation with others. They need people to stimulate them. Or else they don't want to invest, right? They don't invest in anybody else. They want everybody to invest in them, though. It's a raw deal. That's the way. I just heard that. Ooh. Archangel Michael just stepped in. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I love you, too. He sends his love, everyone. Woo. It's been showing up a lot lately during the reads. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they got paid or paid other people to do something. They got to balance something out. This was a poor investment. Very generous with your money. They were unfaithful. They're trying to stop you. They can't stop you any longer or stall you. They could have interfered with your money or your mail. This is somebody that was very, very unfaithful. They were giving and receiving with others, prioritizing others. You can't trust them. They're irresponsible, not dependable. They're immature and lazy. They have nothing of a value to offer you. They can't come correct, okay? Yeah, it's a family here. This is the inheritance. So they got bought and paid off by your family to come up against you, to harm you, do something. Yeah, poor judgment. Judgment's going against them. Lack of awareness, acceptance, accountability. They're getting karma. They misjudged you. They made up lies about you and judged you based off of these lies. Had everybody else judge you. They didn't want you. They wanted you totally secluded, having nothing, homeless on the street, so they can pimp you out, sell your organs, do whatever, traffic you. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're involved with nefarious people here. And behind this was your family, because there's a large amount of money here, but your ancestors are backing you up. And it's an ending. Tens are endings of a cycle, okay? Now that you're stable and secure, you've got success based off of the past reads here. You're coming into some congratulations, some success. There's no turning back. There's no second chance. They're getting karma. They blew their chances here, okay? They didn't want to own up and take accountability. They bore false witness against you. They took a huge gamble and they lost. And they're in heavy-duty debt here. They didn't want to do their homework. They don't want to learn their lessons. That's okay. They're immature. This is bad financial news for them. They're in debt. They're going to go to jail. They're stuck in their head, self-imposed, trying to restrict you, or they're feeling restricted. They're stuck and trapped. They're being eviscerated, maybe. I don't know. They might need surgery. Could have lost a child. They have to open up. Let go. They can't hold back anymore. They're insecure and unstable. They can't hold you back any longer. This is somebody that can't save money, can't make money. There could be a poverty curse upon them. Maybe they tried to shift this poverty curse upon you. This person's gutted here, okay? They're going to have to let go of a home, a business, or this money, or you. They're in heavy-duty debt. They can't play games anymore, okay? They're playing with, yep, they have to come clean. They have to come clean. Seven of Swords. They're not getting away with whatever this is, okay? Yeah, power of attorney, trying to doppelgang you. This is very toxic and karmic. Wanting power and control over you, or like I said, a power of attorney. This is your family behind it. Wanting you to look unstable, very toxic and karmic. Controlling, very jealous and unstable, greedy and selfish. Smothering, bad mother maybe. This is a karmic situation. It was all one-sided what they did to you. They can no longer pull the strings, or they have nobody in high office pulling the strings for them. The puppet master is no longer the puppet master. They have to reap the consequences to their poor decisions here. It was all one-sided. False contracts, maybe. There's a lot of fraud going on here. There's a lot of different groups or people involved that came after you for whatever personal agendas they had, including this one big agenda. Somebody's getting caught. I think maybe they're turning state's evidence. They're in heavy-duty debt. They really wanted to make you look unstable. They can't puppeteer this any longer. They can't play games with you anymore. This is ruin. If they had somebody that was pulling strings, a judge, a leader of some sort, a spiritual leader, anybody that had authority and clout, they could have had an internal disruption. And they're out of the way now. Yeah, they partnered up with somebody here. This is ruin, to ruin you maybe, to ruin a partnership. Two of Swords, they're stuck. They don't know what to do. They're acting like the victim. They didn't see this coming. You could be ignoring them. You avoided every catastrophe they sent your way. You ignored them. You by using your intuition, you didn't have the luxury of sight and sound or the truth. You're playing they were playing checkers, you're playing chess here. You made some very good sound judgments here. Really good, smart moves. Somebody's being blocked. They didn't see this coming. They're trying to hold you back. It could be forgery and impersonation. It could be the doppelganger here, being blocked out of something. They're angry. They're uncontrollable here. They can't control their anger. Yeah, they're being held back here because of this crooked judge or leader. This is corruption. Or this is a warlock. Or all of it. Take it for whatever it is. It's definitely a crime. Yeah, I'm wanting to be a leader here. Something happened quickly. Somebody's angry. This is forgery, holding back, feeling entitled, argumentative and combative. Making allegations, accusations they can't back up. This could also be spiritual attacks here. Somebody got attacked. They have no protection. They were doing all this fuck shit without protection. Unbelievable. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated now. They didn't defend you, protect you, your honor, or your interests. You won't fight and you won't compete with them at all. Yeah. They have no defense here. King of Pentacles. Thought they could overtake you. Somebody's in their ego and their pride, wanting power and control to make more money. Now, I usually take that in the well, we'll see. This could be you or someone else, but we'll see which way this goes. King of Pentacles is usually somebody who's hardworking, very abundant and generous. Could have been funding this, right? They can't block this King of Pentacles, or this is your another higher level soulmate coming towards you. This is a husband. Yeah, a lot of secrecy going on here and fear in their emotions. Yeah, under surveillance, watching you online silently, learning something, delayed communication from afar, using their intuition, this King of Pentacles, if it's you or someone else. You could be online. You see that you're healed, you're at peace. They need to, they might be contemplating and strategizing a way to escape something, but they're watching and lurking here. They're creeping on you. Could be couch surfing somewhere. They need to tell you something. They've been sitting on the truth for a long time. They're heartbroken. This is somebody that was making money off of you. They're heartbroken. They know the jig is out there. Yeah, they've been exposed. Exposing the King of Pentacles. I felt like he wasn't an altruistic King of Pentacles. Someone's being exposed. Somebody could have been on the down low. I don't know why they could try to hide it, but it's a matter of ego or pride or something. This is hiding from the public. They're trying to hide you. This is heartbreaking here. Public humiliation. Sudden departure or sudden arrival. Somebody doesn't know what to do. There's no contingency plan. Somebody's waiting. They thought you'd be waiting for them. They don't know what to do. They're afraid to make a decision right now. Emperor's got no clothes now. Okay, this is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They had no authority. They lost their power. They gave it away the minute they did this. This is somebody in their ego, in their pride, very arrogant, wanting power and control, very power hungry and controlling, bending to public pressure. If they had authority, they abused it. It's all about their image and how people perceive them. They lost their job, or whatever they did didn't work. To be a shit father, a shit boss, or a leader. You're still moving forward. You overcame everything, the chariot beneath that. So whatever they did, they're not a master of their craft. Maybe they boasted they were. I'm a warlock. Yeah. I said that and this came out. They're a warlock. It's a poser. They bit off more than they can chew. Full of ego and pride, right? What a fool. You're too strong for them. You're innocent. You took a leap of faith. You're moving forward. You have a new beginning. Wow. They're going to be arrested. This is illumination. You're not wasting time on this fool, with this fool. New beginnings here. Somebody's taking action against this person. It's illumination. You're not struggling. You're not struggling with any of it. It's fast communication, fast action, and or travel. This is good news typically. You let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You're speaking some truths here. They want to get to you quick because somebody's speaking the truth. You or somebody else. This could be law and order, male or female. But I think this is you. Speaking some truth, setting boundaries, and cutting them out. They want to apologize to you. You're innocent. People see you're innocent. And they were trying to steal your money, make you miss opportunities, trying to steal your spiritual gifts, whatever this is. They're in debt to you. Somebody's trying to get to you before other people get to you. Yep, they have no more money for magic. This is all illusions, deception, manipulation, corruption. They were two-faced. They're out of control. They don't have all the resources they need to pull this off. They were definitely using magic. Yeah, they're blocked. You blocked all this magic, or they're trying to find a way to block this magic here. It's a fall from grace. They're drinking, they're partying, they're putting on an act. They could have said you had an STD and you're a partier. Yeah, it's over. You could be facing it. This is a fall from grace. This is not going anywhere. They don't want to take accountability. They can't overcome this. So if they have an STD, it's a terminal one. They got sick or injured from the spell work they lopped off. They could have tried some unalive spells because they didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Trying to block. They blocked their own wish fulfillment, okay? Having in this deck, if you notice, it looks like normal. Come on in. Yeah, pour yourself a drink. Have a seat. In the background, there's an orgy. So they were doing sex, magic, and shit. This has changed, though. This is over. Yeah, they're trying to hide and cloak something. Could have had a car accident or got the car repoed. They don't want to be alone. Maybe they're dying alone. I don't know. Yeah, they were plotting and planning on you. And it's not going to go anywhere, okay? They can't escape something. You foresaw this. You're still moving forward. You're still expanding your horizons. You're not looking back. Somebody's looking at some charts or something like that. Maybe you're working online. What are the odds? I don't know. Maybe you have one of those minds that you can compute really quickly in your mind. Yeah, they're getting karma. They're trying. It's coming back on them, okay? They took a huge gamble and lost. Gold diggers and cloud chasers. They're trying to stall something. They attacked you. They're getting karma for the attacks upon you. Somebody's angry. They're trying to reach you before somebody else does, okay? They're trying to stall something, prevent something. Maybe your destiny. I don't know. Yeah. This is heartless and cruel. They showed you no love. This person doesn't love themselves, okay? They were just draining you. They need your energy. That their soul is being, most likely. Certainly not intelligent, okay? Emotionally intelligent. There's no emotions here. No new beginnings, not happy. Losing their home, their business, their stability. The party's over. Out in the cold. Out of lack and loss, okay? Yeah, because this is a narcissist, what I tell you. Nothing but lies. Parting away as nobody trusts them. You're not going back there. Lied about. You're healthy. Earth angel, you're divinely protected. You transmuted and alchemized everything, okay? You're very patient. You're very blessed, by the way. Very stable. And you're happy. You're going towards happy. They're trying to balance something out with your family or this group who they're parting ways with. They were spreading egregious gossip about you. They figure maybe they just broke up with this family or this group and they think they can reconcile with you now that they're alone and they're working alone. Oh, well, if I'm not working with this family or the group, I might as well go right to the source and take it for myself. There will be no reconciling here. The party is over. There's no more celebrating. You are happy and you're healthy. You're balanced. You transmute and alchemize. Divinely protected, too. Maybe they tried to put a wedge between you and certain family members that maybe do belong in your life. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. And they spread gossip towards this family. Or they're going to come and tell you that your family was behind all of this, like I got in the last reads. Set you up for this money. Because they're fed up and they're not getting their own way and hoping that for this information you get to help them. I don't know. It's up to you what to do. It doesn't look good, though, if you do allow them back into your energy. They're out for themselves. Bad karma, and they can't handle it, right? They're trying to dodge it. Well, that's just too bad. They want to come back towards you and have you lick their wounds. After, leaving you in obscurity. Keeping you a secret. Keeping secrets from you. A lot of mysteries and concealing stuff. In avoidance here. In hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. Either they're trying to avoid telling you the truth, or trying to avoid other people coming towards you telling you the truth, or this is Spirit saying avoid them. Self-love first, okay? Loving you, taking back control, and finally being happy. Don't go back there. So somebody's got to move. They don't want to lose this home, or this is maybe you're moving. Boxed up, environment change, an empty shell. This is an empty shell of a person. They have no soul. Signs. The signs are everywhere. Pay attention. If you see a lot of 11s, then this read is for you. 11 in tarot means justice, okay? Also strength in certain decks. So just stay strong. Meanings, repeated numbers, and synchronicities. So pay attention to the signs. Look them up online when you see the numbers. Usually it's repeating numbers. You see them over and over again. Numbers that are bookended, if you know what I'm saying. 525, 161, anything like that. It's bookends, right? Or just repeating numbers or names or songs. Look it up. Look the meanings of the songs up, okay? So this has something to do with money. They don't want you to know. They want you to save their ass. They could be in debt to organized crime. Uninspired. They're uninspiring. Not able to use your creativity, get started, held back, feed your brain, take a step. So they can't. They were using some sort of creativity from you. Making money off of you somehow. They're disloyal and they know it. Okay? They're trying to escape the situation. They're having a meltdown. They're facing misfortune after making you go through it. They're very defiant, or maybe you are, in a good way. Willfulness. in a good way. Obstinate in a good way. I was talking to Spirit about that 2 days ago. I'm glad he made me the way, God made me the way I am, because I am obstinate at times, stubborn, but for a good reason. Their dreams are all broken now. They thought they were something. Thought they were something they're not. So nothing they were doing is working as planned. It's beginning to lose all hope. Keep the faith. Don't give up. That's for you, but for them, it's blowing up. Okay. It's a power struggle between you and them, or them and your family, or whomever else, okay? A secret stash, hiding your assets, saving for emergencies, wise planning and protection. So that could be them. They could have stashed some of this money and didn't give all the money to whomever. I don't know. Or this is your family, or this is you. If you have any money, keep some aside for emergencies. So somebody's in the dark here, not seeing what you have, being kept uninformed and already rich. Open your eyes. Take that for whatever that is. They made some very bad decisions here. Not thinking things through, unable to open new doors and take time out, talk it over. So, yeah, they can't open any doors. All these doors are slamming in their face. Something's diluted. Trouble with cash flow. Trying to dilute their money. They can't sell this home. If they stole this home and they thought they'd sell it to make money and then be gone, long gone before anybody clued in, it didn't work out that way. They can't get rid of this house for some reason. Trouble with cash flow, not finding opportunities, embracing radical change. So they don't know what to do. They're scrambling. Touch not mine anointed, saith the Lord. Stop with the fuck shit. We've got a couple of these and then we'll end it. What's parting message here for the collective, please, Spirit? What would you like the collective to know? What else? What else should we know? Thank you. 3, it's Virgo. Yeah. Checkmate. Chess, strategy, planning, checkmate. Grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moves, and counter moves. So you made the right counter moves, okay? You were guided by source, and you did the right moves. Congratulations. Maybe that's the first read, I think it was. Congratulations came out. Success. Master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, consequences of actions. So if you have a yes or no question, 3 again, 33, you could be an ascended master. The ascended masters are working with you very closely. You've ascended for sure, as we're all supposed to, and or a secret society could be involved. Now, I'm not putting them all down. I'm just saying there's bad apples everywhere. I do this for entertainment purposes, and it is alleged, if you know what I'm saying. So, yes or no? Very likely. At this time, the situation or outcome is likely to occur. I keep hearing mea culpa. So 7, Sagittarius. White rabbit, spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening. It's time, heeding the call, research it, inner knowing, dark to light. So somebody's going from the dark to the light. Congratulations. Going down the rabbit hole, waking from the dream. So they're tapping in. It's a spiritual awakening. A lot of times a spiritual awakening, most times, is not very pretty. It hurts. It's necessary, right? Because we're stubborn as people, aren't we? We think we know everything until we're shown that we know nothing. So this could be 33, 37, and or 47. This could have something to do with it. Yes or no question is no. So for this person, for you, it's very likely whatever your question was for you. For them, no. The answer is no. The situation or event is not unfolding at this time, so they've been blocked. Blocked roads. Okay? They can't come near you, maybe. 2, Gemini. Rings, contracts. So if they want to get into another relationship with you, it's a hell no. Contracts, agreements, bonds, strong connections, unions, partner, counterpart, lovers, telepathy, like-minded people, committed partner, engaged, and interconnected. So they might want to try to get in the way, block your new your new relationship coming in. Your highly. Can we speak today? Your higher level soulmate. There we go. If you have a yes or no question, what are the odds this coming out again? So this could be 42, 5, 25. Changing. And so something's changing here. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything could happen. So they want to know whether you're coming into contact or if you have come into contact with this higher level soulmate. I think Spirit doesn't want them to know if they're watching or listening. It's none of their fucking business. They want you to show your cards. Nah. Ooh, 656 here. Anam Kara, Taurus. Unconditional love. That's where you're going. Romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always, tenderness, timeless, constant affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging, infinite love. So this infinite love is coming back towards you. And 66 might have something to do with it. Aries, flag. Achievement, recognition, overthrow, success, victory, winner, conquest, mastery, bragging rights, carry the day, plans are coming to fruition, king or queen of the mountain. And this is a big headache for whomever this is that you're dealing with. 5, Virgo, poor health, dis-ease, illness, unpleasant. They have an STD. Crises, emergency, body signal, needing of self-care, problem, root cause, annoying. So they're the root cause of all this shit. Or they're the root cause of all their problems. Annoying, disagreeable, something's off, pain, underlying condition. So they do have an underlying condition. I heard cancer, as well as addiction, as well as STD, and maybe hepatitis, I'm not sure, or other STDs, because this person is not particular. And they should learn to be. Honestly, to save their own souls, they should, because energy transfer is real. Okay? They might even have an attachment for all we know. So don't let them touch you. And we have grimoire. So they could have had a grimoire. The treasure hidden in a woman's heart yields love, affection, and companionship. Be successful in seeking it out. So you showed them nothing but love. They awakened some sort of love in you and had no intentions of loving you back. And that is a true coward, okay? So they're getting karma for that too. Never mind everything else. Guisson. This could be Gussian, but I think it's Guisson. Ask your questions. The past, present, and future shall be revealed. Let go of jealousy. Chavakia. Is there anyone you've offended? Reach out and try to rekindle the relationship. So they want to reach out and try to rekindle things. Lacabelle. Could you make a shift? Do some soul searching to see if you're on the right path. So you might have to change something or not. This could be for you or someone else, okay? I only take what applies. And Cahital. Let purposeful action guide you. What are you looking for and what do you want to accomplish? So let Spirit be your guide. Let the Divine be your guide. He sees all, hears all, and knows all after all, right? Let them be your guide. Asmodee. So somebody who's might have the spirit of Asmodeus on them, okay? Lust. Be mindful of your passions. Anger and unrestrained desire can lead to conflict in relationships. I'd say. Baal. Concentrate on finding your power. Divinity comes from within and radiates your authority outward and around you. You know you have the power within you, right? That's when you're healthy and you see things correctly. And you don't allow your emotions to get in the way of logic and common sense. Astaroth. Resist temptations, be rewarded with hidden treasures. That could be for you or somebody else. I cannot pronounce this. I-E-I-A-E-L. They try to crucify you, or maybe they did some innocence, whether it's children or animals, to do this, okay? They're getting their karma. Fiends, okay? Business, finances, career should be your focuses today. You may plan a trip without fear. They try to crucify you, try to sacrifice you. They're going to have to bear this cross now, okay? Not you. You're not taking on their karma. Ha-ha-hia. They want to shut you up. They're looking at your pictures. They could have did some picture magic or whatever. Shut up spells. They don't want you to talk. Do you remember last night's dreams? Ha-ha-hia was trying to pass a message through them. I had a weird dream last night, if I can quickly tell you about it. You could be dealing with somebody by the name of Daniel or Danielle. The three in the lion's den, or they're getting thrown in. It looked like a library, but I'm not sure if it was. And I was at the back of the room. It could be a school room. It could be anything. It could be work. And there was a bunch of people at the front, and it was a clique. And I wasn't part of it, and I was glad not to be. So I was just doing my work, doing whatever it was I was doing. There was some sort of position that was becoming available, and everybody was vying for this position. They wanted to be picked. A lot of pick-me's. And I didn't care. I just did my work. Next thing I know, this boss, supposedly it was a boss. It was a woman with short hair, dark hair, or maybe light hair. I can't remember. Small, petite woman came to me and she said, "Can I speak to you in my office?" And I went into her office, and it looked like there was shelves around with, I don't know, food, or there was an air conditioner there. I can't remember. It was, you know how weird dreams are. Anyway, she offered me this position. And she goes, "You're the only one I can trust." You're the one that you're the only one that has what I'm looking for, blah blah blah. And these people in the front kept coming in to listen, to try to interrupt the communication. That, you know, the conversation we were having, and she was getting annoyed, very annoyed, and these people were very annoying. They were taking things out of her office without asking. They were very rude. I don't know if this makes any sense to you. Maybe it does. Maybe you're vying for a position of some sort. Just don't let them push you around. Don't let them intimidate you. Let them be with their clique. Let them laugh. Because at the end of the day, they're the clowns. You're not. At the end of the day, you're coming into something beautiful that's meant for you. This dream, I don't know what it means for me. If it has any meaning for me, it could be for this read particularly. I don't know. But it just came up in my head, so obviously it has some sort of meaning, right? So congratulations, you're going towards, just stay away from this situation, this person. They want back in so very badly. You're going to have to let your heart and your intuition guide you, okay? Until next time, take care.